what's up, everyone? Welcome to the Never Sold Out podcast, which we come here live on Twitch every Sunday at noon. We're a bit late today, but we're in the ballpark. Today's topic is a topic that we all really, really love, and it's simple. It's tattoos. We all have them. We all love them. They're all fun. But before we get started, we just want to just kind of give our sympathies. A lot of crap's been going on in the world, and with the unfortunate death of George Floyd. So our hearts with the family, our hearts with the movement, and you guys got friends in us. If you guys want to say anything, you guys can.
Yeah, I think it's awful what happened, and it just speaks volumes about the amount of people that are out there giving their voice and talking about it, and we all have to know that we're all in this fight together, and we got to change from the top to the bottom.
Yep.
It's not something that'll change just on any sort of like thin line. No, it's got to be the whole thing's got to change or nothing will.
Absolutely. I mean, you guys already said it. Like, we're all in this together. I mean, it doesn't matter your race, religion, whatever it is. We're all Americans. We're all in this together. I mean, I'm at a loss of words over this. It hurts to see that so many people are suffering over this, and we just need to come together, and we need to, enough is enough. We need to fix this. It's basically what it comes down to.
At the end of the day, go ahead.
Yes.
I'm sorry, Eric. I'm sorry to interrupt. Go ahead, buddy.
Oh, you're fine. No, yeah, I don't even know what to say, to be honest with you. My heart's out with his family and all that, we need to come together. That's all it comes down to.
Yeah, at the end of the day, no matter what skin color, religion, sexual orientation, we're all brothers and sisters. Us three here, we all love you. No discrimination on our end. But we just want to give that, R.I.P. George, we love you, buddy. Your family. Let's we're here to help you guys get through this. But we'll get on to some lighter stuff now.
Yes.
Tattoos. We all have them, right?
We do.
Yeah. Andrew's got his first one. What was it, a couple months ago, Andrew?
Uh-huh.
Nice.
In January.
Yeah, so Andrew's finally joined the tattoo club. So I was like, let's have this episode. So I got my first tattoo when I was 17. Okay. I got my first tattoo. Eric, how old were you when you got yours?
I got it on my 18th birthday.
Yes, you did. And then Andrew?
28.
28.
Better late than never.
So let's talk about our first tattoos. The experience. Are you addicted to it? So I'll start first. My first tattoo I got. It's actually right here. It's it's hard to see, but it's a koi dragon. It actually took 4 hours to do, and only when it was up on the shoulder did it actually hurt. But I just remember, going through it and getting to I don't know, maybe about 3 hours in, and for whatever reason I was bleeding a lot, and where the tail is, it just wasn't, the ink wasn't going in a solid, so he was just in there for a while. And I remember I was like, "Are you done yet?" He goes, "Nah, man, I'm so sorry, buddy," because it's just you're bleeding so much. And I remember my brother walking in. He was like, "Hey, how you doing?" I was like, "Just get out," because you were just so frustrated. Because you're just in my opinion, tattoos really don't hurt.
Mm.
I've only had one that was pretty painful, but they don't really hurt. It's a pain that you can tolerate. Sometimes it's painless, weirdly enough, which I'll get into later. And but when you're in the same spot, your skin gets very irritated.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And you already feel like to me, it feels like sunburn, right? So imagine someone just constantly taking a little knife and just slowly chipping away at the sunburn, right?
Yeah.
It's annoying. You might not hurt right at first, but it's going to get annoying.
Mm-hmm.
So my first experience, I sat for 4 hours, and the shoulder was a pain. It was the spot that hurt the most, and it was the spot that hung in the most. So, I got my koi dragon. It's the only tattoo that's actually very meaningful to me. But yeah, that was my first experience getting a tattoo. What about you, Eric? What was yours like?
My very first one was a little guy. I think everybody that watches this show knows that Slipknot's my favorite band, so I got the little nonogram. It's all I could afford at the time.
I got the picture up. You don't have to.
Oh, you got the picture up? Okay.
I got pictures.
Alrighty. But Yeah, I got that on my 18th birthday. That was kind of my goal that day. I'm like, all right, I'm 18. I'm getting a tattoo. The thing that sucked was almost every tattoo shop in my area was closed because
Yep.
a piercer at one of the shops, actually in our hometown, ended up passing away, and that was the day of his funeral.
Yep.
And I ended up finding this one shop on a back road, the next town over, just this little blue shack. I'm not going to give the name out, but
I know you're talking about.
I know the one. I know you guys know, and anybody from South Jersey, they probably know what I'm talking about.
And
But
it is actually a reputable shop. It is a reputable shop. We're not talking shit on
Right.
it.
No, we're not at all. I mean, yeah, I know they've had some shit people work there, but I actually had a good experience when I went there. You know, the guy that did it took like literally like 3 minutes, not even. It was a little thing, but it was a good experience. I got addicted, got a tattoo the next month, so.
And then what's funny is about Erik is the fact that we were seniors.
Yes.
The senior trip that
Yup.
what, 2 days later?
No, it was a week. Okay, so we had senior trip a week later, and the tattoo was still fresh, and none of us realized, oh shit, we have to go to the water park on the 4th day.
Yeah, so we had to find Erik waterproof Band-Aids.
Well, we did it in the beginning, and it just didn't work, so I said fuck it, and you know what? It's still looks
good.
I mean, you can see like on the image on screen, like where the lines thinned out, and it actually thinned out that day. But the fact that they still held in after after almost 10 years, like I'm impressed.
Well, I remember we were at Typhoon Lagoon, Disney, and I remember looking down, and I was like, Erik, your Band-Aid's gone. He goes, oh shit, because we just got off like a water slide, and we were drenched. And it was just like, and like Erik said, we were just like, whatever at this point. Like, he's like, it's already been in the water, whatever. So,
exactly. Plus, it was senior trip. I'm not going to let that ruin it.
Yeah, he was like, I'll get it touched up. But I do remember that. That was funny. Because I was supposed to go with you that day.
Oh, yeah, because we met up at Arby's before that.
Yeah, and because we were going to go to another shop, but they were closed. And I don't remember why I had to go home. But Erik did call me. I got it done, and then he came back and showed me he got the Slipknot one. But yeah, so that was a fun experience. So Andrew, yours is fairly recent. Tell me about yours, bud.
Yeah, let's hear about it.
So mine, and I'm gonna pull it up on screen here. Is so basically it's a chess piece with shooting stars behind it.
Okay.
My fiance and I got our tattoos together for our engagement.
Nice.
So I have the queen chess piece, and she has the king chess piece because she's the king. But
okay.
But I got mine up in New York. We went to a shop in New York City.
Oh no shit!
And got them done. And I actually had a really good experience. The guy, he's super popular tattoo artist, and he was really professional and fun and talked the whole time. And I didn't have any pain. I think at one point, like, I felt a little bit of scratching, but it didn't really bug me too much.
Right.
The only thing that bugged me was after the fact when it starts to get itchy.
Mm-hmm.
But
I got a good story about mine for that.
But no, I didn't have any actual like issues or anything. And for my first one, I couldn't be happier to have it be my first one. So
any reason why you went to New York?
We did a lot of looking around with tattoo artists, and this was one of the ones that we wanted someone that was like really, really detailed and good at line work and making sure that everything, like, I specifically wanted the shooting stars behind it because I proposed to my fiance under the stars. So
that's cool.
I wanted those to have a little bit of color, so I was looking for someone who was good at mixing both, having a black and white piece mixed with some color, and this guy was really good at that. So
very nice.
I think a lot of tattoo artists in New York they're just really talented because there's a lot of competition there, so you have to be good.
Yeah. In my opinion, Erik will agree, one of the greatest tattoo artists ever live in New York City, and it's actually Erik's like favorite tattoo artists.
One of
ever.
my
Yeah.
favorites. Actually, he doesn't live in New York City. He actually lives 2 towns over from me.
But his shop is in New York, though, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Last Rights
Yeah.
is in New York.
Yeah, Paul
that-
Booth. Anybody who hasn't looked up Paul Booth, he's a pioneer and he's amazing.
He does a lot of. It's mostly just horror tattoos, but he
Hmm.
freehands almost everything on you. His tattoos are incredible. Like, even if you're not into like the dark, demonic, evil like style of art, like
Mhm.
just the fact that just how well the art is done.
And he has a distinct look.
Yes, he's got like a dreadlock
Well, no, I meant like
ponytail thing.
his actual like artwork is like if it's a Paul
Oh
Booth.
yes, I thought you were talking about pointing him out because he's pretty obviously the
Yeah,
tattoo on his face.
yeah. No, he's definitely he's pretty noticeable in the crowd.
Yes.
Paul Booth is the man.
I'm pretty sure I saw some of his stuff when we were like looking around.
Yeah, he's amazing. Me and Eric know him from the metal.
Since the Headbanger Ball days when it was. That was an actual episode on Headbangers Ball. They were just hanging out in Paul Booth's place the whole time. It was cool.
Yeah, Paul Booth, a guy of anybody who's interested in tattoos and really want to see some of the people that have helped pave the way. Paul Booth is one of the greats, if not the best. He's one of the greats.
Yeah.
So I guess my next question for you guys, and Andrew, unfortunately, yours is going to be pretty simple answers, but you know, I want to get into like what is your favorite piece that you have on your body?
I guess I'll start us off on that one. You know, it's the one that I got for my engagement.
Yeah,
the
That's
one
a good
tattoo.
one. That's
The
a good one.
The one tattoo that I have. Yeah. That's my favorite.
Eric?
My favorite. Honestly, it's probably my tentacles.
It's a cool
Okay.
piece.
I'll
Yeah.
put some pics up of that.
That was actually my second tattoo as well.
Any reason why? Like, is there a story behind it? Does it mean anything to you? Is it just the way it looks? I mean, what's the reason why
I
that's your favorite?
just think it's like, I just think it's just cool looking. I think it's, I like how different it is because everybody that sees it, they're like, oh, I like your octopus. It's really not an octopus. It's just a grouping of tentacles. If you look at it at a certain angle, it looks like they're swimming away.
Yeah, it's cool.
I guess. But I consider it my first real tattoo.
Definitely. It definitely was.
Yeah, because like it was huge. It was the first one I really got excited about, and I still look down on it, and I still love it. It's still my favorite.
Yeah, it's a great piece, man. I remember when you got it. It took a couple of sit-ins, but
Yeah.
it was worth all the hours put into it. The guy who did it's an awesome dude.
I love that dude.
It's a really great tattoo. Yeah, that's probably I don't know if actually that's my favorite one on you. I think I have another one, but I do love that one a lot.
Okay.
For me, my favorite tattoo, it's really hard to narrow down because we're gonna get into it a little bit later, but I actually have a theme going on my legs. I'm sleeving my legs currently, and it's all American traditional horror characters. But if I had to pick one that's my favorite, it would probably be, and it's only probably because it's the newest one, it would be the Invisible Man. If Andrew wants to put that up on the screen, so I can segue into my next topic. So the Invisible Man, I've been trying to get all the Universal Monster characters tattooed on me. You guys are going to see every piece that's on me. I only have 2 of the Universal Monsters, but I have other classic monsters. But leading into the Invisible Man, it's my newest one, so it's probably what's my favorite. Plus, I just think it's really beautifully done.
It's usually how it goes.
That leads into my next conversation: is what was your most painless tattoos? Because for me, I have 2, and it's probably 2 that's a kind of an odd spot. So while the Invisible Man is up, the Invisible Man is actually tattooed right above my Achilles tendon. And when I was about to sit down, my tattoo artist warned me, he goes, "Hey, it's a rough spot. It's gonna be painful." And I remember sitting there like bracing myself, and then I ended up dozing off and kind of falling asleep because it honestly didn't hurt me at all. And you know, and so behind the Achilles tendon was actually my second most painless tattoo. I got to be honest with you, it does not hurt. It didn't hurt for me, but everybody has a different body, so what hurts for one might not hurt for others.
Exactly.
And then my first most painless tattoo I ever got was my shin, which is the Wolfman. If anyone wants to pull that up.
Yep.
So I got the Wolfman tattooed on my lower shin, And I'm not kidding you when I say it. That was the easiest tattoo I've ever sat through. I didn't even feel it half the time when it was going on.
And I thought the shin was supposed to be one of the worst spots.
So did I. It didn't hurt at all. I mean,
Huh.
literally, he was in there, and I was just like, especially like in the face, like when it's on the bone, I felt nothing.
Right.
Like I forgot he was tattooing me at certain points, and then also I talk a lot, so maybe that's a part of it. But yeah. So my shin and behind the Achilles tendon, which is funny because they're both on the same level as each other. So whatever reason, the lower leg does not hurt for me.
You just have no pain there.
Yeah, I guess I have no nerve endings in that.
See, I call crap on that because the two on my leg were some of the most painful ones I got.
But
But
where I have it, I have the same tattoo where you have it, and that that did hurt. I'm talking about the lower portion of the leg, like right above your ankle.
Oh, right above there. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were still on the shin because I was going to say I don't have much on the shin, but I have enough where it was terrible.
Well, on the upper calf, we could talk about it. I have another topic for the most painful, even though that's not where mine is. But on my upper calf, which is like a very common place to get tattooed, that did hurt.
Yeah.
It didn't hurt enough for me to be like, wiggling out of my chair or anything. But that does hurt.
Right.
I got the inner calf and the outer calf done.
Yeah.
But yeah, they definitely are sore. But yeah, those two, the Wolfman and the Invisible Man, but above my Achilles tendon and the lower shin did not hurt a single bit for me.
Very nice.
What about you, Eric?
Probably the ones like on the outside of my forearm, like I don't know if I sent any pictures over to Andrew of them, but like I have New Jersey real big on my arm.
That's sort of on some of the pictures that you sent.
I'll just hold my arm up like this anyway. Like,
pictures.
So like my New Jersey wasn't that bad just because it was on the like outer part of my arm, I guess. That was the least painful one. I'm trying to think. Like I have a decent pain tolerance, but like when I do get tattooed, like just about all of them like hurt like a bitch.
Really?
Yeah. Like I mean, like the Jersey one, and you know what? Probably my Morley one was also not that bad, which is surprising for that spot. And that also falls under like my most meaningful tattoo as well, because it's my name.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because like I'm talking about pain tolerance, and when I was at the dermatologist appointment before, they're actually removing the mole off of me, and I was saying something like how it didn't hurt or something, and it wasn't really that numb either. Like they actually had to go in and numb me more. But they were saying like, I have a pretty high pain tolerance because they said like some of the stuff that's supposed to like hurt pretty bad, like I really didn't have
an issue with.
Yeah, which is like funny because I gotta be honest, I'm a huge like baby, but for whatever reason, like I've never had a tattoo hurt so bad.
Yeah,
I got one of the most painful spots tattooed on me that I wanted to. I've never taken a break during a tattoo. And it's never hurt me so bad that I didn't want to do it again.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, Andrew, if you want to answer, was yours painful?
No. No, it wasn't.
No. Yeah. So Andrew's that. So I guess yours could fall under painless.
Yeah.
There you go.
It was very painless.
Well, so we'll go on to the next part, and then I could bring Andrew in this somewhat too. Most painful tattoo you've ever had. For me, it's the one with the shark, Andrew. It's the top of my foot. I have the whole top of my foot covered. You'll see it. Believe it or not, it only hurt when I got close to the bottom of the toes.
Huh.
Everywhere else, I was perfectly fine. I sat fine, and it wasn't even and here's the problem. The pain was not the biggest issue for me.
Mm-hmm.
The biggest part is you see where the waves are on the bottom of near my toes.
Yeah.
There's so many nerve endings there, right? So my toes were like separating and shit. That at one point when he was shading, he was like hitting my nerve ending. So he actually had to pin my foot down because I had no control over the movement.
Right.
Because the nerves were just kicking my foot up, and I was like jolting, and like I was like, dude, I'm so sorry. He goes, no, because this happens a lot. And he literally had to hold my foot down and like grind that shit in there. But like the only part of the foot that hurt was by the toes. I probably wouldn't be super jacked up to get my toes tattooed. I gotta be honest with you.
See, that's one spot I plan to never get tattooed, shockingly, like, is my feet.
I'm gonna get my other one done.
I don't want to deal with the pain as well as like, you know, I want to be able to wear shoes after. But I remember when you got that done, you were telling me the main reason you got it, since you were doing MMA at the time, you just want to be able to roundhouse kick someone with a shark.
Yeah, I said I want it to be the last thing someone saw before they popped out.
Yes.
Yeah, so I got my foot tattoo, but I'm gonna get my other one done. And the worst part of the tattoo is the healing, because your foot swells up bad.
Mhm.
Like, it sounds weird, but like it almost feels like there's sand between like the skin and your bone, and when you step, it just jiggles. Because like, I couldn't wear shoes for like probably the first week. I couldn't wear shoes because my shit swelled up bad. Because I have no meat on my feet; it's just straight up skin and bone, you know. So it just swelled up. I couldn't wear shoes. I couldn't wear socks. And there was my foot I drove with too, so that sucked. So and like it was bad, dude. So like so my foot was definitely like, as far as pain goes, and the healing was bad. And Andrew wants to talk about itching. Holy
I can imagine
shit.
that was very.
I've never had a tattoo itch so bad. Like, to the point when I was in the shower the one day, I was like, "Fuck it," and I just scratched the shit out of it. So I'm like, I don't even care anymore. I'll scratch this thing right off my foot. I was so itchy. I couldn't. Normally you can like you just slap it or something.
Right.
I just went to town. I was like, fuck it. You know, like there's a couple spots that actually need to be touched up for it now. But I'm actually gonna get it redone and like recolored and everything. So I'm not that. I'll probably do it when I get my other foot done. But yeah, that was my most painful. But it's not painful enough that I wouldn't get my other foot tattoo. Erik, what is your most painful tattoo, sir?
My most painful tattoo would be the face on my inner calf.
Okay.
And the most painful part of that is the blue smoke that is like on the shin. That was so bad. When I got that done, I took my sister to get her first tattoo. So we were getting tattoos together. She got something for my grandmom, and I just told my artist, I'm like, this is my price. Draw something for me, because we had that kind of relationship at the time where he knew what I liked. So I didn't see this design till I got in there. I'm like, oh, that's awesome. We didn't know where to put it, so I'm like, just throw it on my leg, because like, what was it? This arm is all one theme and all that. The other one, it didn't have enough room. But that smoke on the shin was horrible. And then even down near like closer to the ankle, the collar, that was bad as well. Like it was to the point where my artist's like, dude, you just need to sing it out.
Well,
and he had me singing too. And it was, you know who the artist that did it, Nick. Like
yeah, he's done. He did the shark on my foot.
Yeah, exactly.
But
he's done like 80% of everything on me.
Yeah, it's so funny though, because like I have 2 tattoos on my outer calf, and then I have one on my inner one, and they both tattoos wrap on the shin, right? So I have pretty much my upper shin tattooed as well. That's not where it hurt me again. It didn't hurt me there.
That's
it was
crazy.
like it was like the muscle part that hurt. You know, like Andrew, if you pull up Michael Myers, my Michael Myers tattoo.
Yep.
It's where it hurt was basically like the blue.
Right.
Like where the blue jumpsuit is. That's where that hurt. You know, and then if you go to my Freddy Krueger one, which is on my inner, it's on my outer calf of the other leg, the hat and the sweater hurt on like the muscle.
Yeah.
But then and then if you don't mind pulling up the Negan one as well, in The Walking Dead. That's on where Erik's talking about now. That's where that's at. And believe it or not, the head goes into the knee pit, which is supposed to be one of the most painful tattoos ever.
Oh, I see.
Didn't hurt. And then the banner goes on my shin, and then the back goes onto my shin. Neither one of that hurt. Believe it or not, that tattoo did not hurt as bad as the outer. That's what's like funny with how different bodies react.
Yeah.
Yes.
I watched my cousin get the Joker. He's just a dope ass Joker tattoo that he has on where my Michael Myers is and where my Freddy is, and he was like doing what Erik had. He had to sing through the pain. He was going ape shit on the table, like to the point where he was shaking. And I was looking. I'm like, man, like it didn't feel that way to me. But it's like it's so funny how different things affect other
Yeah.
people. And honestly, guys, it's not like I'm sitting there trying to be a hard ass. I'll admit when something
Obviously,
hurts.
yeah.
Yeah, we're all different. Like, I
Yeah,
mean,
I'm a
like,
pussy. Like
these are
I
nerve endings.
yeah, like I stub my toe or I have a bellyache and I'm crying to my girlfriend, okay? But it's just the way different people's bodies react. Like I'm sure there is gonna be a spot on my body where I get it done and I'm quivering like a bitch. You know? But for whatever reason the leg didn't hurt. And I remember when the head, when he was like where the halo is around Negan,
Yeah.
I remember when he was going to there to start shading and I knew it was in the knee pit, I was like holding my breath because I'm like, this is gonna suck. Cause it's one of, if you look at the pain index, that's in the pass out zone.
Right.
Yeah.
Even though no one really does it, but they said it hurts enough that someone can pass out from it.
Yeah.
And it didn't hurt me. I don't get it.
Yeah, the only part of mine that I remember feeling like a scratch that was like a little bit painful was on like the very tippy tips of the shooting stars, like the really fine line when he was doing the color work on that.
Yeah.
Like when he was and the highlighting, so like all the white spots that he was doing on it. Because he did a lot of like white spots to kind of bring out a bunch. And like those parts hurt a little bit. But I guess when I eventually get some of my other ones, I'll start venturing towards those parts where people say hurt.
I hear the elbow's gonna suck. I hear the elbow's gonna suck.
Near the elbow, I haven't gotten the actual elbow, but I've gotten pretty much almost on the elbow, and those spots hurt. So good luck if you want the elbow.
So Andrew, we're on the topic of painful tattoos. Now I know you want more.
Right.
Now, is there any of the notorious painful spots are you looking to get tattooed?
I don't actually know exactly where I want to get everything yet. I only know the next tattoo that I want and sort of the theme of what I'm going to be doing for at least that portion of me.
Hold your thought on theme, everyone, because I am getting to themes.
Okay.
But yeah, because I do know, like, I eventually plan on getting my rib cage done, which the rib cage is supposed to be the worst one.
Yep,
and,
me too.
And if I could ever convince my girlfriend to allow me to get a chest piece, I do want to get my chest done as well. But yeah, the rib cage is the one that I want to get done very, very bad. I actually want to get John Carpenter's The Thing movie cover tattooed on my ribs. I want the Eskimo with I want that really bad on my rib cage.
Right.
Nice.
Because here's the thing: if I'm gonna do a painful area, I'm going big.
Okay.
I'm not pussing out. It's gonna hurt, but I'm going big. You know what I mean? But that's what I would like to get done. And Eric, what spots are you looking forward to getting done in the more pain zones? Because the pain zones that from what I understand, the three most painful ones is the foot, the solar plex, and the ribs.
Yes.
I've already got the foot.
Yeah, I'll never get the foot, but like the solar plex, I'm not sure. Mostly because I haven't been able to figure out what I want to put there yet. But like, I've been wanting to get my ribs done for a long time. Mostly on my left side ribs. I don't have any plans on the right side yet, but my left side ribs, eventually I want to get Lamb of God lyrics from their song Omerta, basically having them say, they're my favorite lyrics actually. What is it? Holy shit, I can't believe I'm forgetting this.
They're his favorite.
Yeah, they're my favorite. Words can be broken, so can bones.
Okay.
Those are them. So basically, I want like the words can be broken on like kind of over like a tattooed bone, and then on the part that says "so can bones," I want the bones that the words are on top of to be broken.
That'd be cool.
So really I mean, cool. Yeah.
I love your hoodie, by the way.
Thank you.
So that does lead me to one of the topics that I think will be really fun is theme. Does anybody have a specific direction and theme they're looking to do? Like for instance, like for me, my legs are 100% dedicated to horror. So I have plans. Like my next tattoo is probably going to be the Frankenstein monster. Obviously, mine will all be American traditional, but it'll be the Frankenstein monster, and I want it to go on my upper thigh and actually wrap onto my kneecap. So that's my plan. I plan on getting all the Universal monsters. My actual other foot tattoo is going to be the Phantom of the Opera, probably.
Ooh, nice.
Lon Chaney, Phantom of the Opera. So like my plan is to fill my legs completely with horror, Andrew, if you just want to go through all my horror characters just to show people what I have. I currently have, I want to say, what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 currently horror characters tattooed on me, from Michael Myers to the Wolfman to the Invisible Man, Negan from The Walking Dead, and then Freddy Krueger. So Freddy Krueger is the one that started it all for me, and Freddy and Michael are my favorite horror characters of all time. And then I'm branching out to the Universal monsters, because without them, we wouldn't have who we have today. And you can tell by my room, I'm a very big fan of the Universal monsters. And I had to get my 2 favorite monsters right off the bat, which was the Wolfman and the Invisible Man. Those 2 are amazing. And then I'm going to slowly continue. So my theme basically will be horror. And that actually might even progress throughout the rest of my body, because I just love horror so much.
Nice.
So, can I ask a question?
Absolutely.
But would you eventually maybe get like a Godzilla tattoo?
Actually.
See?
So I have a tattoo. I'm not going to cover it because I'm not going to show it because I'm really not proud of it. But I have a phoenix tattooed on me.
Right.
And I'm actually going to turn that into a Godzilla themed tattoo.
Okay.
So the phoenix will be turned into Rodan.
Right. That makes sense.
Underneath Rodan will be Godzilla. The tail will be King Ghidorah.
Ooh.
And then some of the other tail will be Mothra. So I actually want to get a Godzilla King of the Monsters half sleeve.
Okay.
So that is actually a plan of mine. So I'm probably gonna turn this arm up here to maybe like a monster, like big monsters, themes. That's basically what I'm going with on there. So yeah, I'll text it to you guys. I don't want it to be online because I'm still working on it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna text you guys a mock-up of what I'm gonna do. I'll text you guys right now. But yeah, I am 100% getting a Godzilla tattoo.
I still say you need to add this tattoo we talked about a long time ago. I know it's a tad off topic, but like we were talking years ago about how much you love Star Trek and Star Wars. You need to have a face-off between Vader and Spock. Put that on your body, please.
I would do my best. Yeah, I just sent you guys the mock-up of what I want to do.
Okay.
But that's my complete, and you guys will eventually see it live when I get it done. It's actually on my list to get done next, because I'm tired of looking at the phoenix on my arm. I was young. It was right after high school. And it's not a bad tattoo. It's just not what I want currently in my life.
Yeah.
Like if I lived the rest of my life and I never change it, I'm not mad. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But that's what I want to do.
Yeah, that's gonna look good.
Yeah, Rodan will be the phoenix.
There you go.
Yeah. So yeah, I 100% I want to. And then Andrew, what's your theme going to be? Because you have a pretty cool theme.
Yeah. So my whole right arm and right upper chest is gonna be video game themed.
Nice.
So my next tattoo. Let me see if I could actually pull up a picture, because I finally found someone who almost did the right color that I want for what I want. Let's see.
Nice.
And do that. And there we go.
What you got?
Yeah. So basically,
Okay.
it's the there's like a wolf there. So in Counter Strike, there's a skin. It's called the Howl, the Howling Dawn. Basically, it's an on fire wolf.
Okay.
But I want it in purple.
That's cool.
Oh, nice.
So purple
Oh
flames.
yeah, you showed me
on
it.
the
You
wolf.
showed me it.
Yep.
Yeah,
Something
you
a
showed
little
me it.
different. That's
So,
cool.
so I want that going from my upper chest all the way down the top portion of my arm. I want that to be
Dude,
like a
that would
huge
look
piece.
so badass.
Right.
I like that.
Is that the next one?
That's the next one. Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's
Cool.
pretty sick. So, are you planning on getting an Assassin's Creed tattoo?
Oh, of course. So the next after that, I will do a more simple tattoo, and it's going to be like a basic Assassin's Creed one, but I want a hidden blade on the inside of my arm,
Okay.
where the hidden blade would be in the game.
Very cool.
Cheesy, but I don't care.
your body,
Your body,
man.
bro. Your body, your choice, motherfucker.
Exactly. I got ridiculous stuff on me that people question, but I don't care.
I
But-
have a methed out shark with eyelashes on my foot.
That's
okay?
That is true.
But yeah, so I don't know what else I'm gonna do on my arm other than those two. But just they'll definitely be video game themed on that arm. On the other arm, I don't know exactly what I want to do yet. I'm kind of just thinking about it in my head now. But like I don't know, I've always been into like stars and astrology. I want to turn this arm possibly into that type of theme, but
Like
mixed
Galaxy?
with like galaxy, but mixed with like mythology, like Greek mythology and
I like that.
My people.
yeah. I think all that would look really sick on one arm. And then I've always had the idea for my legs to have a good versus evil battle scene going between my legs.
Very cool.
So
Alright.
so think of the album artwork of Winds of Plague, the Great Stone War.
Yes. Okay.
So think of that, but like half of it on one leg and half of it on the other.
Perfect.
Nice.
I like that.
So that's
Now-
that's the only things that I thought of.
What specific characters of Greek mythology are you looking at?
I I like Poseidon. So like add in some ocean and waves into the stars. I think that would be really cool.
Would you
Nice.
get the Kraken?
I don't think so. Not a huge fan of the Kraken. I think it's cool, but like I wouldn't want it on my body.
No, he prefers a chimera.
Chimera would be sick. But I'm also thinking of like Greek gods too, so I'm not entirely sure, but other than Poseidon, and
Yeah.
Can't go wrong with Poseidon.
yeah,
Well, like the reason why I ask is obviously you guys know, but for those who don't know, I am Greek, so
Yeah.
like it's obviously something that's I know of. So I was just kind of curious. There's so many
Well-
really cool Greek gods.
yeah, I think it's cool. It's just a lot of it is brought up by playing Assassin's Creed Odyssey, but like
It's all right.
I just think it's a good blend.
Yeah, absolutely. It makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah.
What do you think they look to? The stars.
Right.
Makes
Exactly.
sense. So, Mr. Morley,
Yes.
what's your themes, buddy? If you have any.
I have only 2 limbs that will be themed. My so like my left arm, the theme to that is just whatever the fuck I want.
Which makes the most sense. That arm,
Yes.
just so everybody knows, it might look like a hodgepodge of shit,
It's basically a American traditional sleeve of just random stuff put together.
but like anybody who knows Erik in depthly will look at that arm and be like, "That's Erik."
Yeah.
And it's actually,
Looks like Erik to me.
I love it. I love his fucking hair sleeve. I think it's so cool because it's so Erik. It's not even funny.
It's the one that has like my Morley tattoo,
Yeah.
my jersey. What else did I had my Stormtrooper tattoo on that arm.
Mm-hmm.
But the themed ones will actually be the one that showed my octopus earlier is that's all going to be ocean themed. So on that arm I had there's my Stormtrooper right there. I love
Yeah.
that piece. So my ocean one, I already got the tentacles. I have a seahorse and I have a diamond on it. So, and most people are like, why a diamond? That doesn't make sense. Because eventually where I'm going to get with that is it's all going to be like almost like sea creatures in the ocean. But I want like a treasure chest under the water, like open with like jewels and like gold balloons and stuff kind of floating around my arm with the other stuff. Like I want to get a turtle eventually, like a ghostly sea captain like up here.
Davy Jones.
Yeah. So I mean, like
That'd
I
be
got
cool.
plans for that. It's gonna take
Very cool.
like over 10 years. I mean, it's already taken almost 10 years, and I've only gotten 3 pieces on it.
Well, it's
fine.
money, bro.
Yeah, and then the other part of me that's going to be themed is my left leg, which I currently have nothing on. On that leg, it's going to be all Slipknot themed. I want to get all their masks from the Volume 3 album. Those are my favorite masks of the Slipknot era. The only thing that I would do differently instead of just the full-on normal portraits, is over Paul Gray's portrait. I would obviously put a halo since he passed away. In fact, the 10th anniversary was less than a week ago too. So I would definitely get that eventually. But yeah, that's really all that's themed. Everything else on me is just whatever I want.
Yeah, which in itself is a theme.
Right.
Exactly. There you go. It's the theme of Erik.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I mean, and Andrew, you just got your first tattoo. Obviously, me and Erik are very Krueger addicted. After getting your first one, are you like very gung ho to get it, or are you just kind of like, when it happens, it happens?
Well, it's. I mean, I probably would have already got it if like money wasn't an option.
Yeah.
But the next piece that I'm getting is just it's such a big piece that I know it's going to cost a fuck ton of money.
And it will be multiple sit-ins.
Yeah, 100%. It's worth it though. You want to spend more on tattoos. You get what you pay for.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
and
like,
it's always good too. Sorry, Andrew, go ahead.
Like, I'm not addicted to the point where I'll just go to a random tattoo place and say tattoo whatever the fuck you want on me.
Yeah.
But I am like I do want to get my tattoo sooner rather than later.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think what's kind of cool is like for me, like the guy who's done all my horror tattoos is basically my artist at this point. Like he's done more tattoos on me than anybody. And you know, because I go to him so much, you know, like he's pricing is really good. So like that's like the one thing I'm kind of blessed for. Like I mean, don't get me wrong, they cost money, but they don't cost a nearly enough that I'm like, oh man, it's gonna take me 20 years to sleeve my leg.
Yeah.
You know, like because he's so like you know his pricing is very reasonable. And first of all, I love his style. I love sitting with him. I love the fact that you know we have a lot in common as far as horror goes. We just sit there and bullshit about horror movies the whole time. But yeah, like I think one of the most important things in the world for tattoos is to have an artist you trust.
Right.
Yes.
And understand your situation. You know, like Erik, you had yours, but Erik moved away. Unfortunately.
Yeah, I ended up. Well, he moved first. Like when I was still living in South Jersey, he moved out. Out in Bucks County, Pennsylvania. He was working out there for a while, and then I ended up moving up to North Jersey with my wife, well, fiance at the time, and I just lost contact with him. And I haven't found an artist up here. I mean, I got tattooed recently up here, but that's because I was helping out a buddy at my job whose friend was apprenticing and needed people to practice on.
What did you get?
The UFO. In fact, I think I sent that to Andrew.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, pull that up. That's the most. If anybody ever thinks of Erik, that is the most Erik tattoo I've ever seen in my life.
Listen, I am one of the biggest believers in aliens, but not to the point of believing every video that's on the internet. But I've always been an alien freak. So I've been wanting you. What's that?
Where is it on you?
Right back here.
Okay.
That spot sucked only because the artist was an apprentice. That's the only reason that spot hurt. And it was like right here in my armpit. That spot was terrible too.
Right.
But besides that, it was a decent experience. Yeah, it was a decent experience. But yeah.
Yeah, it's the most Erik tattoo I've ever seen in my life.
It is an Erik tattoo.
It is. And that's a compliment, by the way.
I mean, the guy, the stick figure needs a mustache, but.
Well, the funny thing is when he was doing the stick figure, his the shop owner came in and he's just like, be careful with that stick figure. If you bend an arm the wrong way, he's gonna have a swastika on him.
Oh yeah.
And I looked at the artist. I'm like, if you put a swastika on me, I'm stabbing you.
Yeah.
I'd black that thing out.
Oh yeah.
I would just have a giant black penis-looking UFO shape.
Yeah. Luckily he didn't screw it up. Thank God.
No, it does look good, but I'm looking at it right now. The photo. Yeah, that could have went.
You could definitely
bad.
see that. Yeah.
Yeah, like all it needed to do was like the arm instead of bent like that go the other way.
Yeah, Erik, that could have been bad. Holy shit.
So I got lucky.
Holy shit. Yeah. Erik, is there any tattoo photos you sent Andrew that you want highlighted before, like, you want to talk about before, like, you know, we start wrapping things up?
What else did I send you, Andrew? Why don't you just?
You sent me. Yeah, well, I'll just go through them.
Yeah, just scan through them. I'm watching on my phone on Twitch, so I can just talk about them as
I was wondering how you're seeing them. Like, how the fuck's he seeing this shit?
Twitch.
Twitch.tv/never sold out.
Yeah.
I mean, if we're talking tattoos, like I didn't know what Andrew's tattoo looked like, so I'm like, all right, I gotta just see it.
Yeah, absolutely.
But, yeah, I got the Stormtrooper there. Huge.
I love that tattoo.
Fan. I didn't ask for the flowers either. My artist just added them, and I'm like, you know what? It looks awesome there.
But that's American traditional. Like, look
Exactly.
at all mine I have. I mean, Freddy has a flower. Fucking Invisible Man has a flower. You know what I mean?
The
Like,
style.
yeah, and I love it personally.
Yeah.
I love it. Actually, when I met Robert England, the thing he liked about my Freddy tattoo the most was the rose.
No shit.
Mm-hmm. He was really.
It's such a Freddy
liked it.
thing if you think about it, though.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, you got the UFO there. We just talked about that. Right above the UFO is half of a pentagram that I got in my kitchen. Yeah, that was a fun experience.
You got a scratch tattoo.
It's not a scratch tattoo, but it came out that way. Yeah, you got the face there. I named him Albert. He's the most evil man in the world. We thought at my artist said at the last second, he's like, you know what? This thing needs an upside down cross. I said, make it red. So that's how that happened. The jack-o'-lantern that's up here is the worst tattoo on my body. I got that done in my old friend's kitchen. His dad's friend was over and was like, hey, I need
Kitchen
gas money to get to
tattoos.
Pennsauken. Who wants a tattoo? I'm like, I got $25. Like, what? He's like, what do you want? I'm like, just throw a jack-o'-lantern on my leg. And I will never get it covered. I will never get I'll never get it touched up. I'm just gonna leave it as is because it's a memory. You know, it was just a fun experience. Plus, when I have kids, they can just color it in with markers.
There you go.
That's
There
true.
you go.
Then we got the Morley tattoo.
Yeah,
I like
that
one.
one
Classic.
that one I got when me and my wife were first dating. There was actually a tattoo shop in her local mall, and I was like, I'm going in there and getting a tattoo. I don't care. And I just got the dagger because it was just cheap, and I didn't know what to put in it. And I was like, well, how many letters can you fit? She's like, yeah, I might be able to make 6 work. I'm like, just throw Morley in there. I'll tell my mom it's something for her. Which in a way, as I've matured since then, yeah, it's more of a tattoo for her. So that's like the most meaningful one.
Yeah.
Right.
And then, yeah, you can see like around that, like, you know, the first one, the Slipknot one, the New Jersey. You get above New Jersey, you can see like the little tiny bottom part of a Colt revolver.
Yeah. Ooh, a revolver. Ooh.
Yeah, that's a Friday the 13th special.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, you can see teeth and all that. I don't know what else I sent you.
Did you send the pyramid?
No, I never
Dolce and
sent it. No, I didn't.
Motherfucker. That's like my favorite tattoo of Erik.
Listen, I went off of how many tattoos you sent Andrew when I should have just had my wife take a picture of like different angles of my arm.
You have more than me, so why would you stop?
I don't know.
Can you show it on your arm right now? Are you able to pull up your sleeve?
Yeah. Let me just take my hoodie off. I'll show it.
That's my favorite tattoo of Erik's.
Oh man,
Show's
getting X-rated now.
Yeah, look, there's his nipple.
Oh
there's
man,
his nip.
Now we're gonna get banned on Twitch.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, there's the Thing shirt.
Oh yeah.
That's what I want on my ribs.
So this is the pyramid Nick's talking about.
I love that thing, dude.
Or the all-seeing eye. Yeah.
It's so cool.
I'm into like nature and stuff like that. So the bones and the leaves, plus like I'll be open about it. I like hallucinogens, so like opening the third eye, you know, tripping and shit.
Yeah, and that you don't have a picture? You didn't send a picture of the brainstem?
No, I'll just.
Is it because Amanda makes fun of it?
No, it's because I didn't think about it. This is, if you're a metal fan and you're a fan of Fear Factory, you know what this is. This is from their album cover, Obsolete. But my wife says it looks like a sperm, even though it does, but I don't give a shit. I know what I can always say it was my first portrait.
No, it's crazy though. Like that tattoo is like super well fucking done.
Yeah, it is.
In person, it's really good. And then same with the pipe you have.
The who?
Don't you have like a pipe?
A pipe. Oh yeah, I forgot. It's in a weird
I was gonna
spot. I
say.
forgot about it.
And it's like really well done. It's so small, but it's so well done.
Yeah.
Like this is the thing. Anybody that knows Erik, like Erik, just pan through your arm. Anybody that knows Erik, like it's a hodgepodge of random shit, but like that's like Erik's life
Right.
on one arm. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just like just imagine going into his room when we were younger, and he'd have fucking bowling pins, a cheese grater, a fucking box of potatoes,
Posters of
remember.
everything.
Yeah, I'm like, tell me that's not Erik. You know
It's
what I mean? And he got a fucking cowbell tattooed on him.
Well, that's actually another special one I should have talked about because, like, me and my dad got this together because we're both drummers.
Yep, when you have the drum thing, but the cowbell is a lot to do with our first band.
Yeah.
Which, you know, and we had a cowbell. We thought it was so fucking unique that we had a cowbell.
It's still my favorite piece on my drum set is my cowbell.
We always had to find a way to incorporate it in any song.
Always.
Dude,
always.
we would use it in breakdowns instead of a China cymbal, and it sounded great.
Remember, Erik, you built the stand and metal shop for your cowbell.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then it broke, so all I did was put it on the rim of my bass drum, and I clamped it down with a vice grip, and it's still like that to this day.
Perfect.
Hey, if it works, it works.
Yeah. So basically, this episode, as you can see, is very lighthearted. Tattoos. You know, for those that are gonna watch us on YouTube, you know, send us what your cool tattoos are, and if you want to show us pictures, you can DM us on Instagram, and maybe we can highlight them.
Yeah,
tattoos.
Please do.
You know, we love tattoos. Yeah, so I mean, any way you guys want to get involved,
I'll send mine over to you, Nick, so you can put it up on Instagram.
Yeah, please.
If you want to
Erik,
put like a slideshow of ours.
Yeah,
definitely.
any ones you want, I'll put them up tonight. And Andrew, before we start heading out, is there anything you'd like to add, sir?
No, just actually, I did want to say something about us and our podcast. It's now been 2 months of the podcast. This is episode 8. And I'm really proud of us. I
am too.
Proud of us coming together every week and talking and having a good time. And we usually go for sometimes we go for 2 hours, and I don't even notice because we're just talking and enjoying it. And I really hope everyone, if anyone's listening at this point, either in the video or live right now, I just hope that you guys are enjoying it.
Me too.
Same. We're enjoying it.
We do it for us, but it's a benefit if other people enjoy it too.
Absolutely. To me, this just feels like I'm hanging out with my friends with just extra people listening and watching. So we definitely appreciate those who are listening and watching.
Yeah. I just want to say that I appreciate the two of you that are here, and I appreciate everyone that
you
watches
too.
and comments and likes our stuff. So
no, that's important. Yeah, I mean, honestly, Andrew's right. Besides being proud of my boys up in here, but we're really thankful for those who have, got involved on Instagram and on YouTube and have watched us on the stream. It's really cool because like I said, we've only been here for 2 months, and we're just 3 random guys, and for anybody who's willing to watch us, it means a whole lot to us. And literally, just one person watching us makes us feel like rock stars. So
absolutely,
thank you, seriously, from the bottom of all of our hearts. You guys are amazing.
And you know what? We'd love to hear from you too. If you have anything you want to say to us, any questions, or even just hey, we enjoy it, or even if there's something you don't enjoy, just tell us.
Yeah.
Hey, maybe you want to hear some topics.
Throw out some topics. We're eventually going to run out. I don't know when, but
20
doesn't
years
look
from
like
now.
anytime soon. But
no, but still,
because even during this, I came up with 4 different more ideas.
I already got.
I have one too. Yeah.
Cool.
Good. Well, that's what's good. So for the bottom of our heart, thank you. Thank you, Andrew. Thank you, Erik. You guys are my best friends for a reason, and it's it's really cool doing this with you guys.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Erik, anything you'd like to add, sir?
No, I think it was all said, man. Besides, next week's my week. Hope you guys are excited.
Yes, and I will be announcing what we're talking about on our Instagram, so keep an eye on that. Andrew works the Twitter page, so keep an eye on our Twitter. and you'll be knowing in the next few days, maybe even
Absolutely.
tonight, what it is. So, thank you guys for who have joined us today, and thank you for who is watching on YouTube. We are the Never Sold Out podcast, where tickets will never sell out, and we will be here every Sunday on Twitch at noon. And whenever the fuck we feel like uploading to YouTube, it will be there. So
Eventually,
just
I'll
keep
have
an
a
eye out.
routine on that, but for now, I like the randomness.
Me too.
Yes.
So keep an eye out, guys, and thank you, and we'll see everybody next Sunday.
Yep.
Peace.
See ya.